Hey everybody, my name is Omar, and I'm going to talk about a particular knife that I got. I am a Kershaw discontinued collector. I personally own 28 Kershaw discontinued knives, and this is one of them. I'm not going to actually do a full review on this knife. I'm just going to talk about this knife very quickly because there's something a little bit different about this knife than all the others that are out there. I'm talking about the Kershaw 1597 Offset. There it is. As you can see, it's got a really crazy paint splatter on it. It's this particular knife, it kicks out real hard. It's got 2 torsion bars inside of it instead of just one for double pumper action. It's got a stud lock on it instead of a liner lock or a frame lock. And what makes this knife so special, of course, is the way that it was made using the mite technology. They basically took a mold of the knife and they poured the 440C steel right into it, creating the blade that you see here. The blade itself is actually unique because it has a hollow grind and a flat grind. And then there's also a swedge, which is kind of cool. What makes this knife so interesting is that supposedly they only made 1,000 of them. 1,000 of these blades supposedly were produced, but I can honestly tell you that that's not true. I went through painstaking work a couple of days ago calling up Kershaw, trying to find out if this knife is actually real, because to my knowledge they only made 1,000 of them. However, as you can see, bam! Mine has no serial number on it. And the serial number would appear right there, right above where it says patent pending. You would see a serial number right there. There is no serial number on mine, which leads me to believe that they may have made more of these. Because what happened with this knife was they made 1,000 of these blades in from January to June, I believe, of 06. And as you can see on my knife, it's listed there. It says June of 06. It's kind of hard to see that, but it actually says June of 06 right there. They made 1,000 of those. And like I said, mine doesn't have a serial number on it. So this leads me to believe that they did make more of these knives. I'm assuming this was a second batch made without a serial number on it. There it is. No serial. So they did make more of these. So basically, I guess the history of this knife is that they made 1,000 of these, and then they stopped. Supposedly they stopped, but this may have been either an overrun that was made without a serial number, or they made a second batch of these knives. Who knows how many? I don't know how many, but they may have made a second batch of these knives before making the new version of it in 2007. I understand they made more in 2007, but that was a lot different looking than this one. Did not have the paint splatter on it like this one does. They made it with a G10 starburst pattern in a gray blade, not a black blade, a gray blade. Same exact knife, and you probably see that knife on YouTube. But anyhow, that's why I made the video. I just wanted to find out if any of you guys may have come across a Kershaw Offset that does not have a serial number on it like mine. Like I said, it may have been either an overrun production or or they made a second batch. It's nothing I can think of. So please put your comments below on the video if you have seen one of these without a serial number on it. I guarantee you it is not fake. I called up Kershaw and they did determine that it was the real thing. And they also told me that they may have made a second batch of these knives in June of 06, maybe 1 or 2, or who knows, maybe they made up to up to 12 and just didn't bother to serial number them, put serial numbers on them anymore. But all the markings are present. It just doesn't have a serial number on it. You can see the 1597 made in the USA. You can see Ken Onion's name right on there with that little weird signature, whatever that molding is. And it also says patent pending on it, molded in right into the blade, right there. So, on the front, you got Mite Technology. Again, Kershaw with that little swedge on it. So if you've seen one of these knives without a serial number, please let me know. And put your comments below. I may wind up selling this knife and getting the real thing, I don't know. Or I might just keep this knife, so please put your comments below. Thanks a lot for listening, and have a good day.